In Alma, chapters 36 and 37, Alma tells his son, Helaman, about his conversion. This only happened because of the faith of his father, who was also named Alma. Prophets like Nephi, Jacob, and Alma not only had the faith and the power to move mountains, they were given power to do so. Read Helaman, chapter 10, to learn what I'm talking about. Alma Sr. had the faith and the knowledge that God would grant his request. And what was his request? Well, let's read Mosiah chapter 27, verses 13 through 15 to refresh our memories. This is where the angel appears to Alma and the four sons of Mosiah, and he talks to them. Nevertheless, he cried again, saying, Alma, arise and stand forth, for why persecutest thou the church of God? For the Lord hath said, This is my church, and I will establish it, and nothing shall overthrow it, save it is the transgression of my people. And again the angel said, Behold, the Lord hath heard the prayers of his people, and also the prayers of his servant Alma, who is thy father. For he has prayed with much faith concerning thee, that thou mightest be brought to the knowledge of the truth. Therefore, for this purpose have I come to convince thee of the power and authority of God, that the prayers of his servants might be answered according to their faith. And now behold, can ye dispute the power of God? For behold, doth not my voice shake the earth? And can you not also behold me before you? And I am sent from God. When Jacob invoked this power, it was to cause Sherem to be smitten. Read Jacob chapter 7, verse 22, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And when Alma the younger confronted Korihor, he caused Korihor to be struck dumb. Alma the younger was a very blessed and a very lucky man to dodge the bullets that Sherem and Korihor did not dodge. And it was because Alma Sr.'s prayer to ask God not to smite his son, but instead to bring him to a knowledge of the truth. Sherem ended up confessing before God, but he forfeited his life. Korihor admitted likewise to being deceived, but he paid the same price as Sherem. He ended up losing his life. Alma, on the other hand, had no intention of repenting when he went about destroying the church. As a matter of fact, he frankly told his son he told his son Helaman in the book of Alma, chapter 36, verse 14, the following. Yea, and I had murdered many of his children, or rather, led them away unto destruction. Yea, in fine, so great had been my iniquities that the very thought of coming unto the presence of my God did rack my soul with inexpressible horror. It was Alma Sr.'s compassionate prayer of faith that made Alma the Younger's escape possible. Jacob was not as compassionate towards Sherem, neither was Alma's smiting of Korihor as compassionate, yet God honored all three of these men's requests. I believe there is an important lesson here, God's own will notwithstanding. I'll leave it to you to ponder this and maybe share your thoughts with me. But it's clear to me why Jesus explicitly admonishes us to pray for our enemies. Jesus Christ died for them too, because if two people who call themselves Christian are enemies and both pray for the same thing, which prayer should God answer? Maybe one or both of them really aren't Christian after all. And who can say that Sherem or Korihor might have had the presence of mind to cry out to Jesus the same way Alma did when his soul was harrowed up, as he wrote, to the greatest degree being racked with the pains of a damned soul? He is painting the imagery of a torture device. This was his destiny except for the faithful prayer of his father whom God honored. Who knows but that Korihor might have repented and joined Alma the same way Zeezrom joined Alma and Amulek, and became part of the dream team to go and reclaim all those Zoramites in the land of Antionum, where they prayed vain words while standing on the Rameumptom. Only God can say.